Hello there, people of the internet. I'd like to thank you for watching today. I was not sure if I was going to actually start doing this or even talking about this, because I'll be honest, this topic scares the hell out of me. It really does make me nervous, but it's a topic that needs to be discussed. My message is very serious and very heavy, and it's one that the American people need to address. The biggest issue that I see on both sides of the Second Amendment, whether you're pro-gun or anti-gun, is the fact that nobody is trying to address the mental state that revolves around the citizens in our country. We have the mentally deficient, which is what I'm going to call the people who go out of their way to harm the innocent with firearms for no good reason. And then we have the politicians who are literally, as we speak, kicking in doors of law-abiding citizens to take their rights away. And it is absolutely terrifying that if either side wins and either side gets their way, we will still be facing the same exact issues that we face today. Whether or not people keep guns or whether or not people have guns taken away, the mentally deficient is still going to find a way to hurt the innocent. That is as simple and basic as it gets. My goal is terrifying. Nobody else is even attempting it, which leads me to believe that there's a possibility it can't even be done. But that's not going to stop me from trying. It's a very, very scary thought knowing that I've looked around and nobody is trying to help those who suffer mentally. Now, whenever I say those that suffer mentally, I'm not talking about mental deficiency. I'm talking about those who are so ungodly broken and shattered that they completely dismiss any regard towards their own lives and the lives of those around them. That is what I'm referring to whenever I bring up the idea of somebody being mentally deficient. We all have demons that we have to face. Each and every one of us. Some of us are successful whenever we face them. Some of us are not. And those of us that are not need some sort of outlet, and some of those people find that outlet in destruction. It is my goal, my mission, to help those who have not been able to tackle their inner demons. I'd say the biggest thing whenever it comes to handling your inner demons is the fact that so many of us would rather blame someone else for our problems than evaluate our lives and our ability to change them. I am no exception for the idea of blaming someone else for the wrong that has happened in my life. In fact, this horrible state of mind put me in a crippling depression for about 7 years. I'm not going to get into the specifics of what happened, but whenever I was roughly 12 years old, something happened to me that I wouldn't wish on anyone, especially someone that young. Something like that is hard to walk away from. It is extremely hard to recover from something like that, especially at such a young age. I ended up blaming others for what had happened to me, although it was not my fault either. I did not start blaming myself. But because I had blamed others and expected others to either suffer or find some sort of justification for what happened to me, I spent years of my life basically down for the count, as a lot of us are living nowadays. Because I will not go into the specifics of what happened to me, I will only tell you the lesson that I learned from my endeavors. One of the biggest lessons I learned was that people mess up. We are all human. We all make mistakes. People are not perfect. We all have our own perspectives. We all have our own realities. And we have to make decisions based on those perspectives and those realities. Sometimes the decisions we make are not the best decisions that we could have made. Whenever it comes to whether you're making the mistake or someone else is making the mistake, the best thing that you can do is focus on the future and try to make sure that you don't repeat any mistakes. You are to learn from the mistake that you made to prevent a mistake in the future. That is the biggest lesson that can be learned from this video. If you manage to find a way to achieve peace by finding retribution for the mistake that you've made, then by all means, more power to you. But finding retribution should not be the prime directive. The prime directive should be learning from the mistake to prevent future mistakes. No matter what you've gone through, no matter how hard your road has been, the fact that you have the more than likely possibility and potential of waking up tomorrow means that you will have an opportunity to right the wrong that either you or someone else has done. Time is the most valuable resource that we have. It is non-refundable. Don't waste your time on things that won't make the rest of your time worthwhile. Alright, I'd like to thank you all for listening to my message. I will by all means be coming out with many, many more lessons. There is a tremendously long road that a lot of us should be traveling, but very few are whenever it comes to helping those who need help in this country. I am one of those who will travel that road, and I am one of those who will do what I can to help those suffering who have not figured out how to help themselves. This is only my first lesson. There will be more. The biggest lesson to take away from this is that you gotta use the pain from your past to make tomorrow even better. That is the biggest thing to learn here. Thank you for listening. Please pass this knowledge on. Please do what you can to help someone who might need it. If we can all just... I know that we're not all going to do it. If we all reached out to help someone who needed it, we would be living in a utopia. The fact that we have people running this country who are kicking in the doors of the innocent rather than helping those who actually need it means that we, the people, have to start taking action and helping those who need it. I'm going to start doing it, and I hope that you start doing it as well. Have a good day. God bless America.